guys, welcome back to another video. FNAF 22 here with another video, and in today's video, we have a crazy one for you guys. We are so close to Halloween, by the way. I hope you guys are excited. But this is day 6 of the FNAF 22 Oktoberfest, and in today's video, we are going to be ranking every single Halloween costume used in an SML video. Now, there are 61 costumes used. So this will be a 61 ranking, so just in advance, if this video is long, I am so sorry, because there's 61 costumes, and this isn't even counting costumes that are doubled, like characters who change costumes during videos, like there's one where Chef Pee-Pee changes into a slasher, but he starts as like a pirate, I think, and the newest one in the Zombie Apocalypse, when Junior changes multiple costumes. We don't count the multiples, and we also aren't counting the times that Matthew has dressed up as characters. He's dressed up as a Dr. Zombie and as Jeff the Killer, and we are not counting any of those. And there are still 61 costumes, so I'm sorry if this video is long, and I also do want to say I'm sorry if some of these pictures look bad. They are mostly screenshots, so yeah, with all that said, let's move on to my least favorite costume ever used, coming in at number 61. Coming in at number 61 in my least favorite Halloween costume SML has ever used is Joseph dressed as Curious George. Now, this is in the video Jeffy's Halloween back in 2019, I think. And pretty much all it is Joseph wearing a Curious George shirt. Now, this isn't anything special. Okay, we are ranking these costumes based on if they make sense to the character or if they look cool. And obviously, this one makes literally no sense and is not cool at all. Just like Junior says, it's just Joseph wearing a Curious George shirt. Nothing much to say. That's why it comes in here at number 61. Let's move on to number 60. Sadly, coming in at number 60, another Joseph, we have Joseph as LeBron James. Now, this is in the newest Halloween video of 2021, the Zombie Apocalypse, and all Joseph does is take his hat off and put on a Toon Squad jersey, and that's it. Junior says the same exact thing, and he still doesn't care. It's not a great costume. That's why it comes in here at number 60. Let's move on to number 59. Coming in at number 59, we have Mario as an acorn. Now, this is from the Halloween Heist video, and this is a good video, and this costume actually makes sense because it's supposed to be a matching costume with Jeffy. But we're only going to rank matching costumes if they're with Cody and Ken, just because we count Ken as one, by himself only one time, because he only dressed by himself one time, the rest he matches. Anyway, sorry, I know it's kind of confusing, but it's just to do less costume rankings, honestly, because then there'd be like 64. Anyways, Mario as an acorn isn't really that cool. With Jeffy, it is cool, and the joke isn't that bad. It's about him being a nut, and Jeffy's a squirrel. It makes sense. But still, Mario as an acorn isn't the greatest costume. That's why he comes in here at number 59. Let's move on to number 58. Now, this saddens me to say, but coming in at number 58, we have Brooklyn Guy as Cat in the Hat. Now, Cat in the Hat, Mario, and Spider-Man, for some reason, are reoccurring costumes. They show up a lot, or multiple times. And sadly, Brooklyn Guy's Cat in the Hat just isn't that good. All he has is the hat of the cat. He doesn't have a cat suit or anything, which is really weird because, in my opinion, Brooklyn Guy has some of the best Halloween costumes, which we'll see later on. But yeah, not really much to say here. His rhymes are funny, and obviously Pablo plays Brooklyn Guy, and he did play the original Cat in the Hat, which is why it's funny. But still, not really much to say for this costume. That's why it comes in at number 58. Let's move on to number 57. Coming in at number 57, we have Judy as a pig. Judy is Cody's mom. And if you guys know why I'm not going to talk about this, I'm just not going to. So let's move on to number 56. Now, this is a classic. Coming in at number 56 from the very first Halloween video, Shrek's costume, we have Woody dressed as a box of Fruit Loops. Now, this probably wasn't used just because they didn't have any, costumes left, because this video actually has decent costumes. It was probably just a joke. But it's still not a good costume. We're not ranking them on their jokes. We're ranking them on how good they look or how good they match the character. And this just doesn't really work well for Woody, or it really has a good costume at all. It's just one of those tiny cereal boxes. So that's why Woody as a box of Fruit Loops comes in at number 56. Let's move on to number 55. Coming in at number 55, we have Patrick dressed as Gary the Snail. Now, As much as I would love to rank this higher because it's funny, it's literally just Patrick naked with Gary the snail on his head. Like I said earlier, it's just one little item. It doesn't change their appearance much, so I can't really rank it any higher, but it is a very funny costume for no reason. I can't really remember. I think this is also in the Halloween Heist video, but I could be wrong. So yeah, we have Patrick as Gary coming in at number 50, what, I think 5, right? Yeah, so let's move on to number 54. Coming in at number 54, the Solo Ken costume, we have Ken as an astronaut. Yes, I'm even ranking the Ken costumes. This is the only time he's dressed by himself. The rest will rank him with Cody because they matched in the rest. But this is from one of my, I think one of the best SML videos and my favorite Halloween special of all time, which is the Halloween Problem, I think it's called. I could be wrong right now because I'm just tired. I'm tired. But anyways, we have Ken at number 54 in his astronaut suit. Let's move on to number 53. Coming in at number 53, we have Tyrone, aka Cody's dad, dressed as an inmate. Let's move on to number 52. Coming in at number 52, we have Judy once again, but this time as a nun. Nothing I can really say. Let's move on to number 51. Coming in at number 51, we have Tyrone as a cop. Let's move on to number 50. Finally, we have something that's not basic. Coming in at number 50, we have Mr. Pig dressed as Darth Vader. Now, this is from the very first Halloween video, once again, Shrek's costume. And this is just funny. I love it. I just think it's hilarious. It's just literally Darth Vader's, like, top helmet piece with a blue lightsaber. Like, that's absolutely hilarious. They even pointed out he gets mad. Mr. Pig, I wasn't around when he was around, but I still think he's a pretty funny character from what I've seen. So yeah, Mr. Pig is Darth Vader coming in at number 50. Let's move on to number 49. Coming in at number 49, we have Mario as a booger. It's just a green suit that says RAR. And he's supposed to be a scary booger. I love this moment. It's absolutely hilarious how they rap and stuff. But the costume just isn't that great. That's why it comes in here at number 49. Let's move on to number 48. Coming in at number 48, we have Joseph as an Among Us character. Finally, he has an okay costume. Still pretty basic. That's why it's still pretty low on the list. Not really much to say. Just Joseph. It looks like a Teletubby. But that's why Joseph comes in here at number 48. Let's move on to number 47. And at number 47, we have Mario as the Joker. Now, I love this video, the Halloween Problem. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. This is my favorite Halloween video of all time. This one or the Halloween Heist. This one is so good, and I love the joke that Mario looks nothing like the Joker, but sadly, it's just not that really good of a costume. I love the video. I think the joke is hilarious, but once again, he doesn't really look much like the Joker. So that's why he has to come in here pretty low at, I think, 47 we said. I'm pretty sure 46. I will double check, but yeah, that's what Mario comes in at. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so Mario as the Joker was 47, but coming in at number 46, we have Cody and Ken as the Avengers. Pretty much Ken is Iron Man and Cody is Hulk. I don't really like these because Cody's Hulk costume just doesn't look that good. I understand that it's supposed to be a joke of it ripping, it just doesn't look that good. And the Ken one is just Ken with an Iron Man head popped on him, so not the greatest costumes, not horrible, just not the greatest. That's why they come in at number 46. Let's move on to number 45. Coming in at number 45, we have Bowser Jr. as a panda. Now, not really much to say. This joke in the video is funny. It's not my he dresses up as a panda, pizza, and Michael Myers, but we're only ranking the panda. Comes in here at number 45. Not terrible. The joke is funny, but doesn't really match with his character. Not a terrible costume. It's just overall mess. So let's move on to number 44. Coming in at number 44, we have Rosalina as Luigi. Now, even though this is super basic and it's just Rosalina with a mustache and a Luigi hat, I kind of like it. Rosalina isn't the best character in SML, but I kind of like the simplicity and I just kind of like how it looks. I'm not even going to lie. So that's why it ranks a little bit higher on this list. So that comes in at number 44. Let's move on to number 43. Coming in at number 43, we have Chef Pee Pee as a pirate. once again, not really much to say. I just like how it looks. You can tell they put in a lot of work actually putting the eye patch and all that stuff on. I think it looks cool. Not really much to say. That's why it comes in at number 43. Let's move on to number 42. Coming in at number 42, we have Cody and Ken as Thing 1 and Thing 2. Now, I actually kind of like these couple costumes. Like, they're so simple, just like the Rosalina as Luigi, but they're very cool. I really like how Cody looks. Ken does look a little weird, but Cody definitely looks really cool. Like the matching fits. That's why it comes in here at number 42. Not really much to say. They just look cool. Let's move on to number 41. Coming in at number 41, we have Cody as Mr. Incredible. Not really much to say. It's a funny joke. It fits the character because he actually is hunky, but this is back when we didn't think he was. And it's just Cody's head on a giant Mr. Incredible plush. It's simple, kind of funny, and it matches pretty well too. So that's why it comes in at number 41. Let's move on to number 40. Coming in at number 40, and I think the first Jeffy costume on this list, we have Jeffy as Dash from The Incredibles. Not really much to say. It just looks good. Most of the Jeffy costumes look good, but it's because he actually wears real, like, people costumes. But overall, just looks good. Not really much to say. Let's move on to number 39. Coming in at number 39, we have Bowser Jr. as Poliwhirl. Now, this fits super well, but I just think the costume is a little too big. This fits so good, too, and that's what makes me so sad, because he loves Poliwhirl. I think it's great. It's funny, but the costume, in my opinion, is just a tiny bit too big. They would have made it a little bit smaller, definitely rank a lot higher, but that's why this only comes in at number 39, I'm pretty sure. Let's move on to number 38. Coming in at number 38, we have Bowser Jr. as an elephant. Now, just like the other couple costumes before, not really much to say. I just think it looks good, honestly. This is one of my favorite Bowser Jr. ones, but it's just not the best costume they've ever done. It's just simple, but it's a good simple. That's why it comes in here at number 38. Let's move on to number 37. And at number 37, we have Rosalina as Harley Quinn. Now, this isn't the best costume ever, but you can tell they definitely put in a lot of work to make it, and I just like how it turned out, honestly. It's not the coolest, and it's kind of basic, but it's not bad in my opinion. That's why it comes in here at number 37. Sorry if I'm going quick. I just don't want this video to be too long, but let's move on to number 36. Coming in at number 36, we have Joseph dressed as Iron Man. Now, this really sucks because the costume actually looks good, but it's just because it's just a plushie. It's not actually Joseph in an Iron Man costume. I do that too sometimes, but I don't like doing it because it just doesn't make it actually look like a costume. So even though it's cool, that's why it ranks pretty low at 36 here, just because it's just an Iron Man plushie. So let's move on to number 35. 35, we have Jeffy dressed as a monkey. Just looks cool. I mean, not really much to say. It's just funny. Not really much I can say. So let's move on to number 34. Coming in at number 34, we have Chef PP as Wreck-It Ralph. Now, this is just funny in my opinion. He just looks so funny. And even though I said we don't really matter about the jokes, if you do watch over, this has some really funny jokes. And yeah, he just looks funny in the costume. And I just like how he acts. It doesn't really match anything, but the costume just looks funny in my opinion, and there's not really much else I can say about it. That's pretty much it, honestly. So let's move on to number 33. Coming in at number 33, we have Jeffy as Frankenstein. Now, there's not really much to say about this. It's just, it looks cool, honestly. The costume looks really, really cool, but it doesn't match Jeffy that much. That's why it's so low on the list. It'd be much higher if it made more sense, but it doesn't really match, but I think the costume looks really, really cool. That's why it comes in here at number 33. Let's move on to number 32. And at number 32, we have Cody as Baymax. Now, this is just a Tortured Junior, and I absolutely love that. I think that's hilarious. Just the only sucky thing is it just doesn't look that good. We're now starting to get to the portion where the costumes have to look good to kind of be higher. That's why it only comes in here at 32. So yeah, funny. Makes sense, just doesn't look the greatest, so let's move on to number 31. Coming in at number 31, we have Toad as Thomas the Train. Now, just like Cody, doesn't look, whoa. It looks really cool, it doesn't make sense. So it's kind of the opposite of Cody. It looks really cool, it just doesn't make any really sense, honestly. So that's why it only comes in here at number 31. Let's move on to number 30. Okay, so we're going to kind of speed this up because I don't want this to be too long. So coming in at number 30, we have Jeffy as a squirrel. Coming in at number 29, we have Chef Pee as Mario. Definitely the worst Mario out of all of them. No offense. Coming in at number 28, we have Brooklyn Guys Mario, which just looks a lot like Chef Pee-Pee's. Coming in at number 27, in the first costume they ever used, Mario as Spider-Man. It does kind of look weird, but I give them props for the first costume, and it's in their very first video, first costume they ever showed off, and I don't mind it. That's why it comes in here at number 27. Coming in at number 26, we have Bowser Jr. as Spider-Man. I like it. There's not really much to say. I do like it. It's just, he's thick, and it's funny, and it's a big part of my childhood, so yeah. Coming in at number 25, we have Joseph as Spider-Man. He just looks like a better version of Junior Spider-Man because he's not as thick. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Coming in at number 24, we have Joseph as a Lego. Definitely Joseph's best costume. Coming in at number 23, we have Shrek as Mario. Pretty much just a scaled up Mario suit, but I still think it looks cool. Coming in at number 22, we have Bowser as Mario. I love his Mario nose. I know you can't see it right here, but still. Coming in at number 21, we have Mario as Batman. I just generally like how it looks. Coming in at number 20, we have Goodman as Cat in the Hat. Just pretty much a better version of Brooklyn Guys one. Coming in at number 19, we have Ken as Spider-Man. I really like this because it's the same suit that they used for Spider-Ken. Coming in at number 18, we have Cody as an avocado. Coming in at number 17, we have Jeffy as an elephant. I just think it looks good. Coming in at number 16, we have Junior as a T-Rex. Just a really cool costume, and it's really cool how they executed it. Coming in at number 15, we have Cody as a Bumblebee. Classic costume, but I think it looks really good for its time. Coming in at number 14, we have Toad as Mario. I have no idea why, I just think Toad has the best Mario costume. Coming in at number 13, we have Mr. Goodman as a cash cow. It's a funny joke, and it just looks hilarious, honestly. Coming in at number 12, we have Bowser Jr. as Thomas. Just like the T-Rex, except I think it's just better because he's always preferred Thomas. Coming in at number 11, we have Black Yoshi as a watermelon. I've always loved this costume, it just looks so goofy. Coming in at number 10, we have Cody as Mojo Jojo. Very underrated, I think it looks really cool. Coming in at number 9, we have Joseph dressed as his mother's killer. Think it looks so cool and it tells such a great story. It may be basic, but it tells a really good story. Coming in at number 8, we have Brooklyn T Guys Iron Man. A really funny joke, and the costume just looks really, really cool. Coming in at number 7, we have Chef Pee-Pee as Sully. Love the costume. Coming in at number 6, we have Junior's Mike Wazowski. I just like his a little bit better than Sully's, and I love the matching fits. Coming in at number 5, we have Junior as a pig. One of the best Halloween videos ever, and one of my favorite costumes and favorite jokes. Coming in at number 4, we have Jeffy as a chicken. Definitely Jeffy's best Halloween costume. Coming in at number 3, we have Brooklyn T Guys Darth Vader. I love the joke, and the whole suit just looks really, really cool and really authentic. I really like it. Coming in at number 2, we have Joseph dressed as Deadpool. Love the video, and this outfit just fits the plush really well. It just looks really nice. And coming in at number 1 for my favorite Halloween costume SML has ever used is Cody as Darth Vader. I just love how the suit fits. It kind of makes sense to his character just with the breathing and stuff. It's a really funny joke. And I just think the costume just looks really, really cool. Well, yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you will always be notified when I drop another video. I'm so sorry this video is so long. 61 costumes, and I could have even left a few out on accident. I'm not even sure. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' favorite SML Halloween costume is, and your favorite SML Halloween special is. Mine's Happy Halloween. But yeah, Let me know in the comments.
Sorry that cut out, but let me know in the comments down below what your guys' favorite Halloween video of all time is, and let me know what your favorite costume of all time is. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.